show us on our Pacific? Yeah, it's streaming now. Oh, I'm gonna go back.
Who's the MC again? I need to talk to her.
She's over there.
Oh, she's sitting down, right?
this facility. So basically go out the door and it's the building right across. You just follow the family members. Okay?
Today, good afternoon. Just a little housekeeping rules here, please. To really ensure the sanctity and the tradition of the pinning ceremony, we ask that you please turn off or silence your cell phones. And in regards to photo taking, please refrain from photo taking throughout the pinning ceremony. There will be some situations or points in the pinning ceremony where we'll allow you to take your photos of your graduates. Again, it is a time-honored tradition, and so we want to keep it where we do maintain that tradition as well. Thank you very much. The event will begin rather shortly. Everyone to rise for the presentation of the colors by the Guam High Junior JR.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, graduates. This is the class of 2022 Practical Nursing Fitting Ceremony. On behalf of the Practical Nursing Program, we'd like to thank you for coming. I would like to introduce ourselves. So we will be your MC for tonight. I am Larissa Melagrito. I am the faculty for the Practical Nursing Program. And my co-host is...
I'm Anthony Sunga. I'm the faculty for the science program. Okay. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize our special guest here. We do have representing the president of Guam Community College, Dr. Virginia Tadella, who's the vice president for academic affairs. Thank you. Dorothy Duenas, the administrator for nursing and allied health administrators. Welcome. And of course, your guest speaker, keynote speaker today, Kathleen Ho from the Guam Regional Medical City. And finally, Reverend Father Felix Berto, C. Leon Guerrero. Thank you so much for your attendance today. I'd like to recognize the PNSA officers that you have before you. Ms. Monica Payne, President. Irene Rose Madeline Estelero, Vice President. Lyra Abrazado, Secretary. Sheena Francisco, Treasurer. Shermila Tinio, PRO. Vanessa Portugaletti, Historian. To begin our ceremony and fitting ceremony today, I have the honor of welcoming our guests, our introductory guests. Normally, we have our introductory guests as the president of the Guam Community College, but equally important and equally represented is our vice president of academic affairs, which Virginia Tadella. But before I bring her up here, I'd like to really give an introduction of the support they provide for the nursing program. The President's Office, as well as the Vice President of Academic Affairs, truly provides the back end of the program. We have here sitting before you a second year of the Associate's Program in Practical Nursing. And their support has really gave fruition to this particular program. I have also heard that they are looking at the former public health building as a extension of the program itself. So the footprint itself is continually growing, and that is really a representation of the support that this administration actually has done for the practical nursing program. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Virginia Tadella.
Thank you, Dr. Sangha. Happy day to our candidates for graduation in GCC's Practical Nursing Program and to your families and friends. Today is a special day for all of you because in the past couple of years, nursing candidates, I know that you have all worked extremely hard to get to this point. There is no doubt that nursing is one of the most difficult professions around, especially during these unprecedented times. So be proud of what you've accomplished today. You have definitely earned the pin that you'll receive. As with any job that is extremely difficult, the role of the people who support you is very important. We would not be able to do our job well without our family, who serve as our support network. So, to the families and special friends of these fine young men and women, please, your role as their support does not end just because they've reached this milestone. In fact, as they study for the NCLEX, which I'm sure each and every one of them could tell you stands for the National Council Licensure Examination, your love, understanding, and continued support are needed. The NCLEX is important because this national exam bridges the gap between being a nursing student or graduate and becoming a licensed practical nurse. Or if they choose to go further, perhaps a licensed registered nurse. Passing the NCLEX demonstrates to everyone, your patients, your employer, and to us here at GCC, that your nursing program, our nursing program, has equipped you with the essential knowledge and skills you need to meet the basic standards of quality care for patients in a medical facility. Once you pass the NCLEX and are working as an LPN, you will still need your support network when you come home from a 12-hour shift, or when a patient or an upset family member has challenged you, or when a patient has died. You'll need that shoulder to lean on, or those loving arms to crawl into, more than ever. You'll also need your support network to share in the immense joy that the job of a nurse can bring when you help bring a life into this world or save a life. Having people to share in that joy is so important. So, nursing candidates, go out there and continue to make us proud. And families and friends, continue to be proud of these fine young women as they make a difference in the lives of the people in our community. Situas Maasi, God bless you, and good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Tadella. Now I would like to call upon our keynote speaker, Ms. Kathleen Ho. Before she comes up to the stage, I would like to give a little bit of a background on Ms. Kathleen Ho. Ms. Kathleen graduated from UOG in 2002 with a bachelor's in science degree in nursing and went on to pursue her master's in business administration healthcare administration in 2008 from Loma Linda University. Pursuing her education further, Ms. Kathleen completed her master's in nursing by 2010 from the University of Phoenix and followed with obtaining her doctorates in nursing practice by 2020 from Capella University. As Ms. Kathleen completed her nurse practitioner, she worked as the Chief of Compliance and Chief Nursing Officer for Guam Regional Medical Center, and still currently works at GRMC as the hospital nursing supervisor. Ms. Kathleen also is an adjunct clinical instructor for the RM program at the University of Guam. Ms. Kathleen has been chosen by the 2022 Practical Nursing Cohort to be their keynote speaker because she represents a true definition of a dedicated, hardworking, and humble nurse. Her contributions to the community of Guam, our families, our hospitals, are not only admirable, but truly inspirational. And now I present to you Ms. Kathleen Ho.
Thank you for that thorough introduction. Dr. Mary Prada. Again, I'm going to start by saying thank you for that thorough introduction to you and to the President, Dr. Mary Prada, Ms. Buenas, class President, Ms. Finney, to your esteemed faculty, to the honored graduates and their guests, most especially to Ms. Abigail, the reason why I'm here. I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation for the privilege of being a part of this special day. All right. Before I start, I would like to greet all the nurses, including the graduates in this room, a happy Nurses Week. During this week, we honor and celebrate nurses for their contributions, sacrifices, and hard work they put into making patients feel comfortable. In preparation for this special ceremony, I have spent considerable time pondering what might possibly I say in 10 minutes that would leave any lasting impression with you. I would like to begin by stating that I do not consider myself a great scholar, a brilliant speaker, as you can tell now, my voice is shaking, or a truly important person. I am a registered nurse who has been fortunate to have extraordinary opportunities and experiences that mold me to the nurse I am now. I must be totally honest and admit that nursing was not my first career choice. I wanted to be a doctor. Given the fact that I am the oldest in the family, pursuing medicine means I have to leave the island to attend school. At that time, was not really an option. After having a serious conversation with my uncle, who was a dentist turned nurse, he convinced me to choose nursing. Looking back, I had no regrets to that decision. As you can see now, I am still able to somewhat fulfill my dream. I recently completed my doctorate in nursing practice degree, which now makes me a doctor nurse. Let's go back to today. Finally, after great deliberation and drawing from my own personal experiences, I have settled on 3 major points of wisdom that I would like to share with the graduates. First, time flies. Life is short, use it wisely. It seems that truly time does fly. I find it very hard to believe that this month is the 20th anniversary of my own pinning ceremony from University of Guam School of Nursing. 20 years. It seems like it was only yesterday. I still remember the sleepless nights, preparing for clinicals, writing care plans, and completing my assessment papers. You guys would agree on that? Yes, literally writing care plans. I always tell my clinical student now that they should appreciate the technology they have. Because during my time in school, we have to write mostly everything unless you're fortunate to own a typewriter. Do you guys even remember what a typewriter looks like? I remembered staying late in the library to conduct research for articles that I can use to support my nursing interventions. Now, it is no longer a fortune to have access to internet or computers. It became a standard to have one. I came to one of the class lecture of the nursing students, and I was amazed how everyone had their own iPads, tablets, laptops being used to take notes, create their clinical documentation, and or read their textbooks. Learning is much easier now that you have the information readily available. During my time in nursing school, it felt like it was never ending. I also had a fear that I may not pass some of my classes. I am sure I was not the only one who felt that at one point. I am sure majority of you experienced these similar feelings. Therefore, it is important that you use your time wisely. Set your priorities and future goals. You should write down these goals and review them from time to time and make adjustments as you see necessary. It is like writing nursing care plan. You can always look back and reassess and choose another intervention to ensure to meet your ultimate goal. Second, what matters most in life are the people whose lives you touch and those that touch yours. Having been in the profession for 20 years, I have cared for a number of patients in different levels of their illness. Most of my experiences draw from hospital nursing. I experienced to be at the patient side when they feel happy, angry, in pain, feeling sad, or grieving, and other emotions and feelings. I was thinking for specific patient encounters or stories I could share with you today. But it was just so much that I cannot narrow it down. The allotted time for me to speak will not be enough But all I can tell you is, for every patient encounter, there is always a story, good or bad. What is important is how you made them feel during those times they were under your care. There were several times I am out in a grocery store and other places outside of work. And someone will stop and greet me. They tell me how grateful they were that they had me as their nurse. Sometimes I don't even remember them because it's just so much that you encounter. You take care of a patient and you just can't remember everybody. Their family or the patient themselves would thank me for taking good care of them and their loved ones. Those to me is a validation that I have done my job well. I could go on and on sharing examples with you, but invariably the experiences that proved most important and the ones I remembered most are those people's lives I touched in some significant way, or whose lives have touched mine. Lastly, you have chosen the perfect profession to help live a meaningful life. As a nurse, you will be working with people when they are in their most vulnerable. Please treat this special trust most carefully. For how you care for your patient will certainly have major impact on how they will respond to their illness. Do you know that nurses have ranked for the impressive 20th year in a row as the most trusted profession by Americans in Gallup poll? This is a testament of consistent professionalism despite the challenges of the persistent pandemic. This is truly an impressive achievement for nursing profession as a whole. This past year has been difficult for individual nurses and the nursing profession. Many have suffered greatly while playing a critical role in the colossal response and recovery efforts to end the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has exacerbated a long-standing nursing shortage. I am glad that you choose nursing, and you are all a great addition to our workforce. In this sometimes impersonal world, people are desperate for a kind word, a kind touch, or just for someone who will truly listen to them in a non-judgmental manner. As a nurse, you will have opportunities to encounter indifference and lack of caring to offer a solace on a daily basis. Even if you will never practice a single day for the sake of compensation, your nursing education will provide opportunities for you to make a real difference in the lives of people you encounter. Nursing is not just a profession. It becomes part of your very being. I see that my time has grown short, so in closing, let me reiterate, time flies, use it wisely. People in your chosen profession are what matters. If practiced wisely, will give you a meaningful life. Seize the opportunities, work around the obstacles, and enjoy the ride. And once again, thank you for the opportunity to share this special day with me, and congratulations for your graduation.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kathleen Ho. Again, graduates, remember those three wise words from a a very humble professional who has more alphabets in following her name where you can solve the Wheel of Fortune. It's amazing. You got a DNP, an MBA, an RN, board certified. Thank you so much again give her another round of applause. Thank you so much. So now we're moving to a part where we get to hear from the graduates themselves. So I'd like to introduce, again, maybe a future keynote speaker addressed 20 years later down the road, the PNSA President, Monica Payne.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Monica Payne, and I am the Practical Nursing Student Association Class President. Bear with me, I'm a little nervous. These girls know I'm super nervous. It has been an absolute honor to serve as our class president, and I truly hope that I not only met but exceeded expectations, all while making my instructors and fellow classmates proud. I believe that although we were small in number, this cohort class of 22 will definitely never be forgotten. I would like to start off by thanking everyone for being here with us today and joining us for such a joyous occasion in which we hope to celebrate our hard-earned and deserved accomplishment. And although we are here today to celebrate, we recognize that while one journey is ending, another is just beginning. I would also like to take this time to express gratitude on behalf of the entire class for all of the love, encouragement, and support that we have received on our journey to reaching this momentous achievement. Because without it, I am not sure if we would have made it here today. For those of you who may or may not know, nursing school is not an easy feat, and I am sure that my fellow classmates can attest to that. At the beginning of the program, most of us, if not all of us, did not know what to expect. We quickly found out that it's much more than just going to class and turning in homework. There were numerous quizzes and exams where some of us pulled all-nighters and locked ourselves in a room so that we could study. Literally, we pulled all-nighters. We also had to get up for clinicals before sunrise, while also having families, marriages, stressors of everyday life. However, the 13 of us made a decision to stick it out at the end, and here we are today. Most of us started off as strangers, but today we have a bond for life. We have faced many challenges and obstacles, but we have always found a way to overcome and support each other. I feel that we have learned so much over the past year and a half, but one of the most important things that we have learned about is having compassion. Merriam-Webster defines compassion as a sympathetic consciousness of others, but to put that into simple terms, it means having just a genuine concern for others. We as nurses know that this particular value is extremely important for the care of others. We now understand that having compassion for all of our patients in absence of judgment is very important. As nurses, we have the potential to make a huge impact in our community, and our roles are not only life-saving, but life-changing. The class of 2022 would like to thank our family and friends, faculty, distinguished guests for being here with us today. We are truly grateful for your presence. A special thanks to Dr. Sangha for being our MC and helping to make today special. Ms. D and Ms. Tassi, we thank you for being here for us and helping us out along the way. Ms. Lori, oh, Ms. Lori. I have a question. I know you will miss me and all of my many, Ms. Lori, we have a question. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for everything. I know this journey was a little different, but we are forever grateful for you and molding us to be the great nurses that we are becoming. I have a few final words to my fellow classmates. As nurses, we must always be able to manipulate an IV. Always remember, there's not always a rhyme or a reason. And last but not least, in the words of Ms. Lori, good luck and good night. Thank you.
Monica, our class president. And now I would like to call to the stage our Allied Health Nursing Administrator, Ms. Dorothy Duenas. She will be presenting the nursing traditions.
Nursing tradition. Florence Nightingale, affectionately known as the Lady with the Lamp. She served humanity and is the patroness of the nursing community. During the Crimean War of 1854, she devoted herself to clean the wounded and care for sick soldiers, even during the night, with just one lamp in her hand. Thus, the reason she is called the Lady with the Lamp. As we light the candles this evening of the 2022 ASPN completers, we pass on this tradition and knowledge, first implemented by our patroness. We light a candle to recognize and remember her work. Following the lighting of the candle, we will recite the Florence Nightingale Pledge in honor of her sacrifice and dedication in caring for the sick and ailing, and her commitment to nursing education. Finally, the nursing pin is a symbol of your entry into the profession of nursing, and it embodies a token of our nursing traditions. During the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale enlisted her first group of nurses to assist her with her mission. She provided each of them with a badge to signify their role. Your family will pin you today as a symbol of this cherished tradition. Your nursing education and induction into the career. Every nurse should cherish the mission and values of Florence Nightingale, do her duty, and stay true to the pledge. Thank you.
All right, this is what we've been waiting for this evening for the pinning of the graduates. We will be calling the graduates accordingly, and the family will be able to come up and pin the graduate, and there will be a small portion where you can take pictures. So this is a time where picture taking is allowed. Graduates, are you ready? I would like to call to the stage Miss Alira Abrazado to receive her pin. Alira will be pinned by her mother, Delilah Abrazado, and her partner, Justin Aninzo. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Miss Alira Abrazado. prize. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present Madison Allen. Miss Irene Rose Madeline Astillero. Irene will be pinned by her father, Irino Astillero, partner, Michael Kahn, and friend. present to you Sheena Francisco. Erica Guptas. Erica will be pinned by Lucille Dion and family. I present to you Erica Guptas. Nikki D. Guzman. Nikki will be picked by her mother, Belinda D. Guzman, and family. I present to you Nikki D. Guzman. One more. Abigail Pante, please come forward. Abigail will be pinned by her husband, Serrano Pante, mother, Amy Ramos, and family. I present to you Abigail Pante. Monica by her partner, Mark Cabrera, and mother, Evangeline Portugalate, and family. Vanessa Miss Rubelin Strader. Please step forward. Rubelin will be pinned by her husband, Jeremy Strader, and family in front. I present to you Rubelin Strader. Miss Sharmila Tinio, please step forward. Sharmila will be kissed by her mother, Melinda Cabrera, and family. I present to you Sharmila Tinio. Last but not least, Miss Jerica Jean Versario. Jerica will be pinned by her mother and father, Joy Versario and Kirby Versario. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jerica Jean Versario. So this is the time where the students, we will light their candles and they will say the Nightingale Pledge.
Graduates, are you ready? Florence Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug.
I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge. In the practice of my calling,
I will endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care.
graduates, you may blow out your candles, and please be seated. So the graduates would like to present each other awards that they have decided that each graduate kind of, I guess, displays throughout the nursing program. So we'll have Dr. Senga call the graduates related to their award, and Ms. D and I will present the gifts to the graduates.
The first recognition award goes to Madison Allen for being voted most likely to become the next Florence Nightingale. Next award goes to Maria Espinosa for being voted most likely to be unit athlete. This award goes to Jerica Rosario for being voted most likely to be the nurse with a heart of gold. Sheena Francisco will be awarding this recognition award for being voted most likely to be a scrub fashionista. The award for being voted most likely to dance in class be Erica Gattus. Gotta show us some moves there. The award for being voted most likely to be everyone's cheerleader, Nikki de Guzman. I think we saw this next one coming. The recognition award for being voted most likely to ask questions, Monica Payne. I totally agree with this recognition award. This award is going to Elira Rosado for being voted most likely to be class clown.
Are you sure about that?
Ruby Strader is giving a recognition award for being voted most likely to bring a gourmet lunch. The next recognition award goes to Irene Esterlero for being voted most likely to be the funniest nurse. This award goes to Abigail Pante for being voted most likely to come to class with coffee. The recognition award for being voted most likely to take the best notes goes to Vanessa Portugalante. Finally, the recognition award presented to Shermila Tinio for being voted most likely to ask what's for lunch at 8 a.m. Suspense award.
On behalf of the class, we would like to recognize for being voted most likely to be the best instructor, Miss Lori.
So we'd like to call back Ms. Dorothy Duenas to make the closing remarks, and then we'll have Father Felix Berto to do the benediction.
Thank you. Holiday distinguished guests, Dr. Virginia Tadella, Ms. Kathleen Ho, Father Felix Berto Leon Guerrero, family, loved ones, friends, and most especially our dear Associate of Science and Practical Nursing 2022 cohort. We are truly proud and humbled to have all of you here with us today to celebrate the completion of our wonderful students. Some of you traveled for hours and most just minutes to be here to witness this special event for your loved ones. I thank you for the tireless support you have provided to our students. I can surely attest to their struggles, their tears of fear and joy, their commitment, hope, and their laughter. They have all dedicated themselves to the curriculum and expectations of the program. They have proven to be resilient and committed to the ideals of the nursing profession. They have persevered despite the sudden changes encountered as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and also losing an instructor during the program. And we celebrate all their hard work. Celebrating this event today is not only special because it highlights a timeless tradition passed on from our pioneer, Florence Nightingale, but it is also special because, as Ms. Kathleen Ho mentioned, we celebrate Nurses Month. And these are our future nurses. Students, it is my hope that each one of you will never forget the foundation GCC has provided for you regarding your nursing career. You have accomplished the first step toward becoming a full-fledged licensed practical nurse. This is only the beginning. Here at GCC, you have walked through a valley of a mountain by completing your nursing education. Now you will begin to officially climb the slope in order to reach the peak of your ultimate goal. If that ultimate goal is just to obtain your license, or if it is to continue all the way to becoming a nurse practitioner, go for it. Think of everything you have encountered so far along this journey, and realize that every step towards your goal may not be as easy as you expect, but if you keep your head up, rely on your support and resources, and always have faith, you will achieve whatever your heart desires. Make that first desire to be the successful completion of your NCLEX and official licensure. The entire nursing and allied health department and GCC administrators are so proud of, and we believe in all of you. In closing, I leave you with the words of Fred LeBeau, a world-renowned runner, race director, and the founder of the New York City Marathon. It doesn't matter whether you come in first, in the middle of the pack, or last. You can say, I have finished. There is a lot of satisfaction in that. God bless you guys. Thank you.
Please stand for the benediction.
Let us pray. Almighty God, divine healer of all, we call upon your blessings as we gather for the pinning ceremony of the Guam Community College. Bless this graduating class for their hard work and dedication as they begin their nursing profession. Grant each of them strength and courage in their calling. Give them a heart of compassion and understanding. Give to their hands the skill and tenderness to help the sick. Give them the knowledge and wisdom to carry out their duties. Give us your blessings this day and always. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you so much. Okay, guys. This is the time where we're about to close.
So on behalf, again, on the license, yet to be licensed practical nursing, thank you all for coming. Graduates, again, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Practical Nursing Cohort 2022 graduates once again.
Give them a hand.